which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm sorry, Amy wasn't here.
Oh, do it again? That's all right. We'll do it again. Start that.
We pledged without you. You do roll call, Nick.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Baradelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Okay, I'll turn the meeting over to our solicitor for reorganization.
Before we do, I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Taylor, second by Mr. Tucker. Miss Tucker. One of you make it. Amy, please call the roll. Go ahead, take your
Mr.
time.
Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Baradelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Taylor, second by Mr. Schuster.
I'd like to, can I start here?
Where's-
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes.
Okay,
Roll call first.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Baradelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
I'd like to nominate George Schuster for chairman of the board.
He has to open the
Yeah, I'm gonna open up the floor
Okay,
for
go ahead.
nominations,
Go
please.
ahead.
Mr. Schuster's nomination.
I'll second it.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? There being none, motion to close nominations, please.
I move. So move.
Motion to close nominations, is there a second?
I second.
Second to close nominations. Now, I would ask for a motion to appoint Mr. Schuster as the chairman of the authority.
I make the motion.
We have a motion by Mr. Taylor,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Marasini. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Baradelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
I can vote for myself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
I'll make a motion to Yancy be vice.
We're gonna get to that.
Oh, I thought this was it. Oh, you got
He has to ask for that next.
Sorry.
That's you. You're now the chairman.
Oh.
Now
The chairman, you get,
Yeah.
Okay,
that's for nominations.
Nominations for vice
I
chair.
need a nomination for vice chairman.
I'll nominate Yancy Taylor for vice chairman.
Supposed to ask 3 times. If there's any other nominations, 3 times.
Is there, okay, I need, any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Closed.
Motion to,
Motion to appoint Yancy as vice chairman?
I'll second it.
I need a motion.
Motion
Oh, I made
first.
the motion.
I'll second it. Call for the roll.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Baradelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
I need nomination for secretary treasurer position.
I nominate Ms. Tucker.
I second.
What do I need now?
Any other nominations?
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Baradelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
I need a nomination for assistant secretary treasurer.
I'll nominate Paul.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Roll call.
There wasn't a second.
I second it.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Baradelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
Okay, reorganization is closed. Public participation. We have anybody for public participation?
Nobody on the sheet.
Nobody on the sheet? Minutes of the last meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second it.
Roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Birdelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
Treasurer's report.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report, pay the bills.
I'll make the motion.
Yeah, I made the
Oh, I'll
motion.
second it, sorry.
Roll
Mr.
call.
Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Birdelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
Correspondence.
First one is a letter we received on January 25th from Carroll Township, from Robert Dangler. Carroll Township's 2018 waste load management report.
Shouldn't it be working on the 2019?
Might be a good-
No, that's right.
We have 19 on
Last
here.
calendar.
That's last year.
I
You
thought
do
we
one
were
now.
gonna do it by February.
You do one now for the past year.
Okay, oh, you're right, all right.
The official letter from Washington County Board of Commissioners
94.
approving the wastewater treatment plant blower improvement project from LSA. Number 3 is a letter from Insight Pipe Contracting. Their sewer cleaning project is substantially complete. And production agreement, number 4 is a production agreement received from the Smartville, dated February 5th, 2019. And number 5, the last one, is from DEP regarding our biosolids land application, general permit, PAG 08, has been received.
Manager's report.
Wanted to go, we did execute the contract with Smartville. That has all been executed the past week, so
When
we're
are they gonna
hoping,
start?
the next month is the first month they'll take over that process for us.
I think a comment needs to be made. Tom presented that, and he and I discussed there were some reductions in the original contract they had provided as a cost savings to the authority that they agreed, term of years, percentage, et cetera, that were reduced, substantially reduced for them.
5 years to 3 years on the years, 10 years, 10% to 5%, and I forget what the wording is. If there's an issue, instead of it being in Ohio, it would be in
Yeah,
PA.
they wanted to litigate in Ohio. I asked the venue be held in Pennsylvania instead.
Okay.
Okay. Plant chlorine system is online. We do want to let you know that there's issues with plant water screening of the unit, so
We
we're working
talked
through
about
the
that,
bugs.
yeah.
Okay?
What about that 1-ton tank or 2-ton tank there?
Well, it's got to stay here, and we'll continue to use it. We have to have chlorine online until we get the bugs worked out of the new system,
And then it'll go.
and then it'll go, yeah.
Okay.
I think we're down to the neighborhood of 900 pounds that's in that tank.
And we won't have to get it refilled?
I hope not. Hope we have the bugs worked out by then.
Okay.
We use in the neighborhood of 25 or 30 pounds a day of gaseous chlorine, okay?
Okay. And this will be a safety issue, right?
Yep. Did receive a phone call and letter from Les Malarker. He was approached by Westmoreland Realty Corporation, their attorney, to put gas into their existing building, and we're just in the process of discussing that with the gas company and the owner of Westmoreland Realty. Those are the owners that are adjacent to our satellite treatment facility.
Mr. Chairman, maybe you want me to intercede down with respect to that since it's on the table? Yeah, we had received the email from Mr. Larker's office, And upon review, that line actually comes through our property that we had acquired through the eminent domain procedures that we paid for. And so when I looked at it, first thing that Tom and I discussed is automatically some type of compensation. Maybe want
pass
to
that
get a
around.
copy of it. We just received this last Thursday, Friday.
Thursday or Friday of
It
last
came
week.
in late.
This is the existing line?
It is, and it's through our, no, that's what they're
No.
proposing.
Oh, that's what they want.
That's what they're proposing, and it comes through our property that we acquired, and we had to pay them for. So, it's nowhere in the settlement agreement
That's what
that
they
we
wanna
provide that at free of charge or compensation. So, an email was issued in return that we would have discussions with Mr. Rossi, who is counsel for Westmoreland Realty, regarding placement of that line and compensation for the same, for that matter, because as it sets, I believe, is an issue with the facilities that we do have there at this moment. And we're gonna have, what is requested is an on-site meeting with solicitor, plant manager, engineer, gas company itself, so they can call for the placement and call of that line. And those things would need to be discussed at some potential future date, which we have to schedule with Mr. Miller.
This is an old picture.
It's
Okay.
GIS area.
I mean, because we don't have the new plant.
The new facility's
Yeah.
not there. They
What part?
provided that.
What part is it gonna cross then?
That's, where you come in at, probably, and I'm using ballpark figures, 60 to 75 feet inside our property line. So where the stormwater ponds are, it would go through those. Where you first come into the
That's
satellite
not gonna be
facility.
an issue with the DEP or any,
We didn't, George, this all just started.
This is preliminary. This email was come in on Wednesday or Thursday
Correct.
evening, and we didn't address it until Friday at late in the afternoon. By the time all three of us can get on a
We
conference
do
call.
know that the gas line goes to the edge of our property, so we're gonna suggest that they pick it up there and cross over their own property. That was gonna be my suggestion, okay? One last thing I have is, the first temp that we hired made various mistakes. I just want the board to know that there's, I think, in a neighborhood of 60 accounts that she put payments on twice, okay? So our office is dealing with,
mistakes.
correct, okay? So if yous are approached outside, yous know what the heck we're talking about, okay? That's all I have, Chairman.
Okay, the new girl that's, well, she pretty much, the one that's there now, pretty much, she's temporary, so we hire a new secretary, she's gone.
Well, I would, now that you bring that up, I am going to ask the board that we get to keep the temp that we have now
So that's, yeah,
for a week or two, so we can try to get caught up, okay?
I don't have a problem with that.
Board okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you
Motion for
done?
that, or-
Can I ask him something?
Sure, you could always ask.
Remember they had trouble with Mr. Evans' building?
Mm-hmm.
When you send your guys down there, what was wrong with it?
That he did get water in his basement, okay?
Was it our line?
It is our line that's out in front of his house,
Okay.
okay? But I will add to that, that after discussion with Mr. Evans has been getting flooded in his basement for years prior to us taking over the line that's in front of his business,
Yeah, I heard
okay?
he had been flooded before.
Correct, okay? That was,
The Ravens gets flooded too.
Yeah. So, but could you help him anyway? I'm talking about
we had lengthy discussion with him,
finding out if they can alleviate that problem.
we need to see the problem whenever it happens, okay? So we've had discussion with him, and we've asked him to,
About the drain
he
pipe.
has all our phone numbers, that if it happens, give us a call so we can dispatch people and see what the issue is, okay?
That's it?
Is that it?
Yep.
Solicitors report.
Yeah, I would just have to report, aside from the gas issue, there was, as requested by the board, I made the changes to the hiring policy. Last month, I delivered those to Tom as well. So net policy made effective upon those changes. Those changes have been made. I delivered a copy to the chairman prior to Mr. Schuster, which shows the corrected versions of that, which is now your policy for collective bargaining unit member employees. And then, in addition to that, the board had instructed me with Ms. Coons with respect to some matters pertaining to her particular issue. I drafted and we delivered to Ms. Coons' office through cover letter of Tom's office and Mr. Selak's office, the communication, including the arrangement, the agreement, which would provide a credit upon receipt of that, and as we discussed earlier, that has yet to be received. So we'll be awaiting the return of that document before credit would be applied.
When exactly, we sent that a week or so ago?
I even said, yeah, I would say,
A week ago?
Yeah,
I
I
know.
would say a week ago.
yeah, I issued it off January 30th or something, it was emailed out.
I'm sure we have a copy of it with the date that we sent it, but
Yeah.
I know we haven't received anything back from them.
When's our next bill due?
No.
Mrs. Kunz's bill.
Same
Everybody's
time
doing
everybody
Okay.
else in Denore's is, the Mennesons do.
I think I just mailed mine.
Is that it?
The other night, I have no,
Engineers report.
I'll just go over some of which Tom already reported on, but as Tom indicated, the sludge permit was issued here recently. We had submitted that application previous. We're in the process of preparing the MPDS permit renewal application. Tom had asked for that to be prepared a number of months ago. That's due 6 months in advance of its expiration, which its expiration is in
What do they
October.
charge us for that now?
I have a request for a $500 check to go to the state
Used to be about
Commonwealth of
$35.
Pennsylvania for tonight.
End of the year it's $500.
Is that one? Because of the size part.
So actually, why don't I just do that now? I'm gonna see if I make a motion for that. It's just, to submit the MPDS permit application to DEP. There's a check that's required, amount of $500 made out to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Bardelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
We're also in the process of preparing the Water Quality Part 2 permit application for the Denora Pump Station Screen Project. That design is substantially complete, and I'll probably be coming to you with the, I'm sorry, I have to change the motion. That's what this permit application is for, the Denora Pump Station Part 2 permit application. The MPDS permit application is forthcoming, so I need to revise that motion, please.
I'd like to revise the motion to
It's for the Denora Pump Station Part 2
change
permit
it to Door
application.
Pump Station Part 2, please.
I need a motion.
I make the motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Bardelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
The blower improvements project design is underway. Now that we've completed the pump station screen design, we'll be moving that forward with the goal to complete that design here this year still. That was the project you recently received LSA grant funding for. The wastewater treatment plant safety improvements project construction that Tom made reference to is moving forward. I'd say it's nearing substantial completion. The majority of the safety handrail is in place. The chlorine system is online. Concrete work has already all been completed. On the long-term control plan, the satellite facility is in operation. We're working through some bugs, if you will, with a new plant online. We're also in the process of preparing the testing protocols document as you authorized either last month or the month before, that we'll be starting the testing period for that facility, a 6-month testing period that you previously authorized, and I'll report periodically on how that's going moving forward. The last subject is the long-term control plan phase 3. I believe Mr. Bylon reported on status of that property acquisition. I guess that has been
Yes,
closed.
that's been closed January 24th. That's correct. We're awaiting the return filed documents.
So you now possess or will possess that property, so I'll be coming to you to probably next month to begin design on the equalization tank, 2 million gallon equalization tank that's to be constructed on that property as part of phase 3 of the long-term control plan. I didn't report the result of I think we've discussed this conceptually, the result of the meetings with DEP that we had that some of you attended resulted in a substantial reduction in phase 3 of the long-term control plan. They're allowing us to at least temporarily forego the screening facilities at all the CSOs, go from satellite treatment to equalization. So I mean, the overall project reduction is literally tens of millions of dollars, and then the most recent reduction of eliminating the screening facilities is probably another couple $1 million. So that was a big achievement.
Thank you, Jason.
For the
Thanks.
people.
Yeah.
I just have requisitions at this point. One requisition.
George, he's not had one thing I gotta bring up, okay? So,
Resolution number 26, 2018, it's 2018 construction fund requisition number 4. It is in the total amount of $554,555.44. It's a lot of 5s and 4s if you play the lottery. So that's 10 invoices that support the ongoing work that I just described and long-term control plan to multiple contractors that are conducting that work for you.
Okay, I need a motion to approve resolution number 26 of 2018, construction fund number 4.
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Mr. Taylor? Mr. Bardelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
Is that it?
Just wanted to clarify with Amy that the payment application was made or will be made to Insight Pipe Contracting for the
Okay.
60-some thousand. Okay.
Old business.
I thought
one thing
Tom
I
had-
wanna bring up is, that I forgot, a group that we belong to, the Western Section, Western Pennsylvania Water Pollution Control Association. A year or so ago, had a plant tour here. They would like to hold a plant tour at the satellite facility in the fall of 2019. I just need to get the board's approval and a motion on that.
Who wants to do this?
It's an organization called Western
We had
Pennsylvania
that one here.
Water.
Okay.
Who's liable if something will happen on our thing, or?
I'm sure our insurance
Yeah,
would
that's-
cover it.
They did it last year.
No problem.
We've had, what usually happens is, whoever has upgrades to their facility or a new treatment facility is put online, they try to get a plant tour of that facility.
Okay, when are we gonna be up and running?
Something
We're
running out.
up and running now.
I know, for good.
But, you know, and that's the conversation I'm gonna have with them tomorrow. You know, if this is gonna be in June, I'm not gonna do it, okay, because it's too soon,
Right.
okay? That, we're hoping it's in September or October, but, I just wanna know if I got approval to continue discussion with them, or just tell them no.
Are we gonna have some kind of dedication?
We'll have that before that.
Okay, and we're
I
gonna
would
invite
think.
Vanessa and Denora and
Sure,
whoever.
we should, I would
Yes.
think.
We're gonna invite Ike?
He's gonna
With this
film
camera.
That's my man.
Okay.
it.
All
Okay.
right, I'll make a motion to let Tom continue talking with the Western Pennsylvania
Pollution Control.
Pollution Control
I'll
Association.
second it.
Roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Bardelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, we ready for old business?
Yes, sir.
Old business.
I want to bring up employee working in the plant without the certificate. We have discussed that already. And we have given him 3 more months.
I'm sorry, we probably discussed this in an executive
No,
session.
she
We
gonna
did.
make, we did, she about to make a motion.
We have, I just want to explain it first. We've already given him them 3 months that we said we was going to give him, right? Yes. I make a motion that he be released.
I second the motion.
Roll call?
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Bardelli?
Nay.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Nay.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye. And before anybody thinks I'm a hard person, he's been here 4 years. 4 years.
It's all new to
I
me.
just wanted it made known, he's been here 4 years to get that certificate, and he hasn't gotten it.
Next motion.
I make a motion to approve the nepotism policy as written.
Second motion. Roll call?
Wait,
This is something that we already went through, how can we go through it again?
wait,
We said we discussed it at this meeting. All the other policies were voted on.
we didn't discuss it.
Yes, we did. We discussed it at the last meeting and you
No.
tabled it to this
Well,
meeting.
we were supposed to, oh, you mean the ones he fixed from last time?
Those were already done. I want the nepotism policy passed.
Nobody could answer
Wait,
my question.
how we gonna vote on nepotism policy when we were supposed to go in executive session and talk about it? You said this meeting. You said this
We
meeting,
discussed this.
the last stuff we discussed.
And we
Aaron has it.
discussed the nepotism policy for the last 5 months.
Yeah,
Vote on it, yes or
no,
no?
we don't have to vote on it, because at last meeting, George even said it, that we were supposed to
We
wait
have to
till.
go into executive
Yeah.
session for this.
You cannot discuss the policy in executive session, that's.
Absolutely.
That has to be, what we have, for my notes from last month, nepotism was tabled until the February meeting. There was no discussion, there was nothing to do, there were any comments made upon as far as, I made any notations.
But the nepotism policy, he changed some things in there.
No, sir.
No.
What-
The
what-
hiring policy was changed.
Yeah,
The
What
nepotism
nepotism?
policy
What's
was
the
not changed.
nepotism? What do you mean about nepotism?
What's the difference in?
Right.
Oh, the nepotism policy,
What does it say?
Can I make a statement, please?
What does it say?
Nepotism has been here already, so why you gonna shut it down now? That's what I wanna know. Relatives,
Yeah, George, that's the
friends,
policy where we said we're okay
and
with the
everything.
father,
So why is
mother,
it
and brother.
shut down now?
That's what we're talking about. We're okay with that. We're okay with not hiring a father, brother, and mother. We're okay with that. All this stepsons, grandnephews, no. I'm okay with hiring not the father, the brother, the sister, the husband, the wife. I'm okay with that. Okay, but not to hire, put in here, nephew, niece, brother-in-law. Okay, we got to hire these 2 young boys in the summertime. That's the nephew of somebody and grandson of somebody.
that policy only applies to a full-time employee.
Well, why does it apply for a part-time facility then?
You can make it,
Here we go.
you can discuss and make whatever changes
I'm
you
just
like.
saying it's not fair for them young kids that can earn money, that you got to do what you want. But that's a grandson. So they've been here working their tails off. Now we tell them they can't work here?
If
He's no
we
longer-
would go
he's no
around this
longer
table,
employed.
I bet you
No,
everyone
no,
has somebody
no,
in
the
here
kids.
related
That's
to them.
Mr. Chairman, there
Or
was a
their
motion
friend.
and a second.
No, we're
There was a motion and a
Well, we're not
second,
second until we
Mr.
know we're
Chairman.
voting on. If are we voting on? I'm okay.
Mr. Chairman, there was a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Vote.
Mr. Taylor?
No.
Mr. Bardelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
No. It's not fair when you didn't go through it and we said how we should change it first. It never was amended according to
Sorry.
what was
Let's
said in
let
the
it
last
go.
meeting.
Just let it go. Just let it go to December. Just let this go.
Well, I'm gonna dream of a new
That's
policy.
right. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, we could modify it.
What?
Office manager's policy, salary.
Go ahead, Ms. Tucker, you want to make that motion?
Who's the office manager?
I make a motion to pay Amy the office manager's salary $45,000 a year, retroactive back to January.
Okay.
I
Any
second it.
motion?
Just a comment, Mr. Chairman, the issue was, I guess it was garbled, it was difficult to determine what the salary was. Ms. Naldi had contacted me, I didn't have it written down, I assumed it would be, on the recording, couldn't clearly state, so she asked what to do with her salary when they did checks, and I didn't have an answer, because I didn't know. I suggested you keep it maintained as it was, and then you can retroactively, so I would suggest to do that, you would retroactively apply that to last month, because that is when you elevated her by motion, I believe, to that position and capacity, but the salary was not negligible, or not be able to be heard through the
We
device.
get, okay.
So now you're just correcting what
What we
we
did,
did last
okay.
month to make
You
sure
need
the
a motion
record's
for
clear.
this?
I need
You already
a
have
motion
that. Yes, you have a motion and a second. I just wanted to let
Increase the
everyone,
salary to $45,000 a year,
Retroactive to January.
retroactive to January 1st.
Make the motion.
wait, I'm sorry, you said January 1st or the January meeting? That's where,
January meeting.
It should be the January meeting,
yes, it'll be,
gentlemen.
yes,
That's
next,
whatever you
just
discuss.
so it's clear, 'cause otherwise you'd have to go back and redo payback to January 1.
I need a motion to,
I made the motion.
okay,
I'll second it.
roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Bardelli? Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Excuse me, Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
New business.
Ms. Tucker.
Do we have to make that motion when we already made a motion
And
on
we
it?
have to make the motion to hire the new secretary.
We already made the motion.
That's office manager.
It was made
No,
last,
no. It was made though.
you did that last month, ma'am, and then,
No, we did that when we were interviewing. We picked the person and we voted. We agreed on it. So
Yeah,
we
but
have
you
to
still
do it
have
here.
Yeah,
But you gotta make it official during the monthly
Okay.
meeting.
As for the hiring administrative assistants, I
Yeah,
oh, see, you got me confused
Okay,
here today.
Ashley Grace.
the board interviewed several candidates, and they came up and they made the recommendation that we hire Ashley Bryce at a starting salary of $39,000 a year, starting when?
As soon as she's available, is that okay?
That's
Yeah.
fine. I need a motion.
I'll second. Oh, I'll mention that.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Bardelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Aye.
And, the board knows that, I'm gonna call her tonight and let her know.
That's
Okay?
fine.
Everybody okay with
Yep.
that?
Yeah.
I think Mom is going to call her right now.
That, and then I'll ask her, her application did say, that she was available to start working. It's today's date, okay, so if she's gonna be available to come in tomorrow, I'm gonna ask her to come in tomorrow.
It's fine.
Okay, just so we're all on the same page,
Fine.
all right?
Okay. Solicitor's position.
Make a motion to retain Aaron Bylon in that position.
I need a motion to rehire Aaron Bylon at whatever his salary is.
I made the motion.
Roll call.
Mr. Taylor?
No.
Mr. Bardelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
No.
Okay, that's it. I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'd like to propose that we move the meetings back to 5 PM. Give us 1 hour.
We-
4 is too
I'm
early,
get-
6 is
I'm
too
getting
late.
a bunch of tests, and I got my grandkids don't get off the bus till 4:20, and I'm sorry, that's too early for me. If it wasn't for that, that'd be okay. I can't get it.
We
till like
tried
4.
this, okay, I was told we tried this to see if we could get more people from Menneson here because they can't get home from work.
Yeah, I just can't get here at 5.
Huh? Just a
Let's
suggestion.
keep it at 6 for now.
I mean, if I get somebody, get them off the bus, then that's it. I can't get them till 6.
We don't need a motion for that, huh?
No,
Okay,
just a suggestion.
okay. I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Make the motion.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Mr. Bardelli?
Aye.
Mr. Schuster?
Aye.
Mr. Marasini?
Aye.
Ms. Tucker?
Chairman, when am I supposed to let Mr. Skomsky know of his termination?